Lance drawing project. Hello guys, today we're going to talk about the 2D motion, and here is the concept. So let's talk about the definition of the projectile first. Projectiles means the two motions that are perpendicular to each other, such as shooting basketball and throwing lance. When an objects are throwing in the air at the angle with the horizontal acceleration, we can determine the speed of the object like this picture. And here are the easy concept of the projectile. Here's the ball going upward and downward. Instead of going down, upward and downward, it's going to upward and downward and going to the right at the same time, like this. Code explanation. First, we create the variable of the ball, then create the sphere. After that, we give the ball position to the ball and set the ball radius to 0.05. We set up color to the red. Then we also create the ground. We use the box functions to create the ground and set the position and size as is shown in the screen. Next, we create the graph and give the x title to represent the time in second and y title to represent the position of the ball in y-axis. Then we plot the graph and give the line to blue. In the next line, I set the gravitation field to drag the ball down, so we can set it to minus 9.8 estimately. We give the ball mass to 0.05 and give the initial velocity to the ball equal to 3.5. We set the theta to 45 times pi divided by 180. Then we give the equations to the ball like this to give the ball at best angle to travel the furthest. We put the velocity scale to give the length a vector to see how it travels. Then we create the arrow to represent the length. We set it to be in front of the ball. Then I give t equal to 0 and dt equal to 0.01. Next, let's talk about the loop. In the loop, I put while loop to the y position and the ball more than or equal to y position of the ground plus the radius plus the ground size. By this, when the ball hit the ground, the code will stop running. Let's see inside the while loop. We set the rate to 100 because we have to tell the Python not to calculate too fast so we can see the motion of the ball. By this, the Python will calculate 100 times per second. So the first one in the loop, I put the force of the ball equal to the ball mass times the gravity. 2. I set up the acceleration for the ball equal to F divided by ball mass for something later. 3. I update the velocity by giving the ball velocity equal to ball velocity plus a times dt. Fourth, update the position of the ball by using ball pause plus the ball velocity times dt. Fifth, I update the time to t plus dt. And sixth, we give the input for the graph to print ball y and the time. And the code and the graph will look like this.